How's it going, guys? So I thought I would do a reading for Friday the 13th. Now, a couple things astrologically that are going on. I know some people worry about, oh my God, it's Friday the 13th, 2020. Yeah, I want to know what's going to go on too. A little bit of the energies. A couple things going on. The moon is going to start transitioning from Libra to Scorpio. And I would do have to say that moon in Scorpio is not the greatest moon, okay? I do have, things can get real emotionally unbalanced and so forth. Definitely some of the darker kind of emotional feelings can come up. Sometimes people have feelings of wanting to get revenge. Ooh, and think of Trump, right? you know, but it's also square Saturn, which is especially about structures and so forth. So I would kind of look at that even just in a very simple form. Certain things that we have built a certain structure and a certain foundation that, our emotions and so forth could kind of clash with that. And it could be a little bit of a shadowy type of way. Certain things that I have built over 2020, it's not a crumbling, which is good, but I would especially look at our emotional attachments to certain things that we have and we have built, as what we kind of consider solid in our life, with, okay, I got my work, this is my relationship, this is the way I operate. I wake up in the morning and I do this and that, and this is my routine. So you could see the moon kind of coming in and kind of disturbing the routine a little bit. So there could be a little bit of that. So some certain things, maybe you're planning on things going a certain way. And doesn't Friday the 13th kind of do that? It disturbs the routine and something really crazy happens. So sure, we could have that. But this is the upside that Venus is trine Uranus. So especially one of the things about that, Uranus is, now one of the things it can be about accidents, that's true. But I like Venus kind of coming in and trying to smooth things over, which was supposed to be, really good. This could be the time where you accidentally meet even that new person, that new love interest. It's all of a sudden, maybe you're on a dating app or something, and all of a sudden this guy comes out of the blue, and it's like, where did he come from? Things like that. Weird little accidental meetings could pop up. Maybe somebody just friended you on Facebook, and it's like they're intriguing and so forth and everything. So there are certain things like that that could weird happen. That could be very positive. But one of the things, even Venus trine Uranus is especially about, open to the possibilities and so forth. Especially with love and compassion, that we could kind of expand on that, and be more going forward with that, hopefully to 2021. But there are some good things. But yes, there could be some strange accidental meetings. People may find their soulmate on this day. It really could happen. I watch people messaging me a year from now. You remember that video? Don't be surprised. So we're going to go ahead and read Dark Mansion. I have Friday 13th. Let's get the dark deck out, And then I'll pull some oracle cards. But let's see what the cards say. Okay. But yeah, so the good thing, it's going to be interesting. You know what? I'm going to use that. That flew out. Be some interesting energies. And the card that flew out is Two of Swords reversed, but let's see the surrounding cards before I make a determination what that means. That actually, as it was the bottom card, will be the shadow card. And yeah, let's do a shadow card for Friday 13th. I love this deck. You can't get it on Amazon, Dark Mansion Tarot. You have to get it from the creator. But if you look up Dark Mansion Tarot, it'll take you to the... I can't even remember the name of the website I got it from. And you may have to wait for it. It takes a little bit to come in the mail because it comes from another country. But I have to say the quality of this deck is unbelievable. It doesn't bend, and it's just it's like a brand new deck every time I use it. It's the quality of this deck. I don't know what they put it on, but it's excellent. They didn't gloss it over, which is really good. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords. What's the crossing card? So I've got the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So for some of you, you may be in a position where you need to make a decision on something, and you've been kind of sitting on that for a little while. One thing 2020 has, been about a lot of things, but especially like you may be kind of in a rock and a hard place, and it's a do or die. You need to make a decision on something. One of the things to understand about the Two of Swords when you need to make a decision is it's never a clean, perfect decision. There's always a loss involved. That's hence the sword, the double-edged sword. There's always going to be a loss. I choose one thing, I'm going to be unhappy about this though. I choose the other way, but I'll be unhappy about this. So there's always going to be a little bit of something you're going to be unhappy about, but inevitably you need to make a decision. Some of you looking at the reversal may not necessarily do it, but at least will be contemplating. And then the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. One of the things about it is doing the same thing over and over. So I kind of look at that, one of the things, the message that I'm getting from this is, just like the saying of Einstein, that, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So Spirit is kind of saying, if there is something you keep doing over and over and you're not successful and it's not panning out for you and so forth, then you need to change course, hence that decision. So some of you may be in a position like that. Maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over, but it's time to decide to go in another direction. Now, we've got the Emperor at the foundation, and I'm going to try not to get political, but I will say one of the things that we may kind of hear some things going on with world leaders and so forth, people, trying to control, and you may see a little bit, matter of fact, let me draw a card next to that. Yeah, Seven of Wands in the reverse position. This is especially about standing up and standing your ground. So even though it's reversed, it could be that people that have stood up may feel very exhausted, and are just like, I am so tired. I just want these people to stop this. Like one of the things, there's a lot of people are like, I wish people would just accept the election so we could go forward. I feel there is even people on Trump's end who, I feel there is a good chunk of them actually, who are like, I just want to move forward. It just accept defeat, move on. Let's just go forward. I'm exhausted, And so, but that's one of the things is people like, I don't want to keep standing up for causes and doing this. I just want to get moving, the government and everything. I'm so tired. And that's one of the things I'm kind of feeling it myself. Like I'm ready to go on to other things and so forth. Now, I've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position, in the past position. I feel some people, they may have a situation. It is Friday the 13th after all. They may be feeling a little financial strain. Some of you may be waiting on some money to come through, and that's getting very stressful. I know some of you are definitely worried about the finances. That seems to be emphasized with the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So that makes perfect sense. So some of you, I hate to say it, it's Friday the 13th, but some of you may be waiting on somebody to come in or something, and maybe it doesn't come in that day. Some of you might even take some kind of financial loss over something. Maybe you get an overdraft fee that you didn't expect, because that's, Friday 13th, sometimes crappy things happen. But, all is not for naught. It'll inevitably pass, this kind of, funky day and so forth. Now, I've got the Queen of Swords above. So I know a lot of ladies do watch my videos and so forth. So just try to, be very balanced, be very positive during this time. Use the intellect during this time. Use your intuition very well. But remember also the Queen of Swords holds a sword. And then we're kind of talking about a little bit what's going on down here, right? With various things. People are kind of exhausted having to stand up for themselves. So kind of what I actually feel is the Queen of Swords is always ready to use that sword if she has to, right? But I would like to put it out to some people, just kind of be careful during this time. Things are still very tense, but we need a break. You may want to grab that sword and lash out at somebody. Friday 13th, probably not a good day to do that, especially with the moon in Scorpio and things that are going on. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords in the reverse position. This is right above the Emperor. So there's probably going to be something that we're going to see in the news that is very negative. Some things that can be very off-putting to you guys. Just remember, just try to keep the faith. Spirit is in charge. It's a rough day. It's going to be a challenging day. So try not to worry about it. If you see some negativity or something really weird happens, we want to step back. We're exhausted from having to stand up for this or that cause. I guess there's something, I'm definitely not going to get the app, but that parlor is a big thing right now. Everybody's going on and just, whatever, people, some of you may be interested in getting on something like that. But if you're a light worker and so forth, I really recommend don't jump in the fray of things like that. It's just, that's just, it's not good. It's just such a waste of energy. Facebook takes enough energy. Twitter takes enough energy. I don't understand how these people have the stamina to get on there and be just fighting with people from all over the country and talking about conspiracies and things like that. So I kind of look at that, even the Page of Swords reverse, negative news. I have a feeling that's just a breeding ground for rumors. And I think even in one of my videos, I read from the Four Agreements, just watch out for gossip. So try to stay out of stuff like that, if you know what's good for you. So I do like the Ten of Pentacles, though. So, Spirit is kind of saying, yeah, you might, come through. You might lose a little money and this and that. But don't worry, I've got you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of your family and so forth. But you might lose a little something here or there early in the day. But then everything is going to kind of pick up and start beginning to stabilize. But just, I look at this, enjoy family time. Enjoy family time. Try to get away from this drama. We've dealt with so much drama. I had to kind of deal with a lot of drama reading. I'd be like, this is a lot of drama. So it's kind of good to just kind of step back and kind of relax. Enjoy your family. So a little bit, even though I don't want to get too political, but I do got the King of Cups in the reverse position. This is my Biden card. I have a feeling tomorrow he may get a little imbalanced. There's a lot going on. So far, he's putting up a good front. He's doing everything, and everything. But he might, for Friday the 13th, get a little out of balance. He is Scorpio, and the moon is going to transition into Scorpio. So this could affect the president-elect a little bit. He might say something, that's really sharp, because he's a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. That's, you got to watch out. That's the one water sign you don't want to piss off, okay? So I have a feeling he may get a little imbalanced and so forth. For relationships and so forth, for people that are going through relationships, it's nice and upright with the Lovers. So if people are worried that the relationship could end or something like that, I feel the Lovers will get through. And then I just drew the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this could be a very passionate day for some of you with your relationships, if anything. So I feel like, and look at that, didn't I just talk about Venus trine Uranus? So I feel like the Lovers, should be pretty protected. And matter of fact, you may even get a boost in the relationship department if things have been a little bit sour lately and they've been a little bit stressful. I know some marriages, are dealing with a little bit of financial strain and so forth, but I feel like this could be a really good day for relationships with that nice trine and everything. especially maybe, going forward in a very positive direction and so forth. It could take a nice turn for some of the lovers, which is positive. Now, I just drew the Four of Pentacles. So I'm talking a little bit about finances. We kind of watch this on Friday the 13th. Try not to do any kind of heavy spending on anything ridiculous because you're going to pay for it next month. That's what kind of Spirit is saying. You may want to go spend your money on something wild. This is probably not the day to sign for that new car. At least get past it a few days. Let's not do that. The car is going to break down if you sign for it on Friday the 13th. So but I do, seriously, just kind of watch the money. I would not do any crazy spending right now. Venus likes to spend. That is what she likes to do. Abundance and everything, but she is not always good with her money. That's one of the things and stuff. Now, the Empress in Tarot, she's got a lot of abundance, but you're not the Empress. So just kind of be careful. This is the time, so if you're thinking about tomorrow doing some wild purchase, there's been something on your mind, we can be a little impulsive. Spirit is definitely saying, I want you to hold on to that. Do not be impulsive, because that Uranus trine to Venus could make you a little impulsive. And the outcome card. So, I do have the Five of Cups in the reverse position. I know Spirit wants to talk a little bit about it, but obviously we know somebody is kind of mourning a loss. The celebration's over. Things did not turn out the way they hoped. That is what the Five of Cups is about. So we've definitely got that kind of situation. Trump is still mourning a loss. He's having a hard time, with this. We're probably going to hear a little bit more about that. But for my spiritualist, high priestess, go within during this time. Trust your intuition. I kind of look at this to avoid the accidents that can occur on Friday the 13th and so forth. Just maybe if you're thinking about, for instance, going somewhere that night or doing something that you don't normally do, just kind of use intuition. Should I do that, or maybe this is not the day to do it? It's not necessarily that Friday the 13th is bad luck. It's just, it could be, I'm not going to lie. It could be, but it's a very magical day. And it's almost like anything can happen. It really is kind of an anything can happen kind of day. Some people do very well. For instance, people that are born on Friday the 13th tend to get through it with no problem. They are in alignment and balance with the day. But other people, some people, it's like, nope, nope, nope. But this is this is a 2021. 2020. I said 2021, but I meant a 2021 or 2020 year with the Friday the 13th. I'm going to pull some from... Now, this is kind of a dark oracle, so it might be hard to read. So, obviously, I will tell you what things say. But I'm going to pull some oracle. And I can barely even read that one. Okay, that makes sense. So this is from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. And so we've got the Changes card. We've got the Changes card. So definitely during this time, we are definitely going through a transition and a change. And we, of course, want positive changes. So just be careful on this day and so forth. We definitely want positive change. But there could be some weird little upsets and so forth. So just try to balance it out. I love this Ancient Wisdom card. So this is really a good time. I would like, look at this day, maybe in the daytime, kind of get in nature, kind of get grounded, try to read some of the old spiritual teachings, listen to the ancient people, especially like Native Americans, some of that wisdom, that would be good. I love the shamanic. So, and then also I've got the card Forgiveness. So I feel like some of you watching the video, I feel like there's a message for at least someone watching this. that maybe they need to forgive people. This has been a year where a lot of people clashed, definitely did. Some people lost friends. Maybe this would be a good time to consider, okay, I clashed over politics, I clashed over COVID, I clashed on various things with this friend and that friend. Maybe I should reach out to them and I should talk to them, and maybe we should smooth things over and so forth. But look at that forgiveness. Maybe I should talk it out and try to make amends with certain people that I had a clash over. Maybe we got in an argument and it was really dumb and I need to forgive. I like the truth card. I feel like many things right now, there's a lot of, of course there's a lot of stuff and garbage coming out, but I also look at a lot of truth is really coming to surface, and we're going to start getting more of that finally. We're going to start hearing more things of the truth to kind of balance out. I mean, we need that. Now, going in through 2020 to 2021, slow and steady. So just go easy during this time, even till the end of the year. Slow and steady wins the race. We can't rush anything that's going on. Just like we can't rush stopping COVID, right? We can't rush Joe Biden to be sworn in. We can't rush a lot of things. It's slow and steady, though. Spirit's like, I've got this. Slow and steady wins the race. We'll make it there. We'll make it there. But for, of course, even Friday the 13th, just kind of go easy. Take it easy on this day so you don't have any kind of weird accidents and so forth. And then I can barely read it. That is, yes, the feminine energy. This is a good time to get connected to the divine feminine, especially if you are my females that are watching the video. Really connect to the divine feminine and so forth. So it looks like, I do like the fact, I don't feel it'll be a horrible Friday the 13th. I hope not. I do see there's probably going to be a few things in the news. Okay. I definitely am getting a message. I look at that Seven of Wands in the reverse position. A lot of people have been standing up for various causes. And I feel like Spirit's saying, you know what, take a day off. Take a day off and kind of focus on your family. Focus on your loved ones. Have a date night, right? We've got the lovers. It should be a good day for the lovers, okay? It feels really positive to me with that Venus trine Uranus. So, just kind of focus on, having a good time. Have that Netflix night. Watch some good movies and don't take things too seriously. We've been so serious for so long through 2020. I know I'm Capricorn, so I'm always serious. But, just kind of try to relax. Because if you're tense during the Friday the 13th energies, because it's, it is some tense energies, but if you tense to it, that's when these weird accidental things start happening. Watch your money during this time. I definitely get a hold. Watch your money. But yeah, some of you that are being faced with a decision, I feel there are definitely some people I'm on a fence and I need to make a decision on some things. And the message is definitely, you've been doing the same thing for a while, over and over. Where is it getting you? It's time to go into a new direction. And you may take a loss when you make a decision, but you got to decide. I hope you guys enjoyed my read.